Good, y'all, coming through once more live and direct. It's your main man, MrJeffdess from MrJeffdess.com. I usually hit you with the poetry, but what I'm going to hit you with today is a new installment in the MrJeffdess movement, and that's a little video blog. I'm going to hit y'all every day with different topics, from culture to sports to politics to world issues and so many more things that we should build and chop it up on a regular basis. But what I'm going to start with today and introduce y'all today is with a show that we caught up in the last two nights. Soledad O'Brien and CNN had a program entitled Being Black in America. For the last two evenings, we saw a number of issues and a number of concerns and a number of beautiful things that defined or attempted to define the definition of being black in America. Two things that I picked up out of that. Number one, on the first night, one of the major things was the struggling educational system that exists within the black community. We are definitely lagging behind. Number two, something I caught on the second day, was really just the demise and I feel like the destruction of the black man in this country as well. There were two important points that I took out from these two nights. Number one, on the first night, a Harvard economist, I forget his name, stated that young black students today are learning at the same rate of a developing nation here in this country today. So what does that really say about not only the teachers, but the students, but the learning, but the education in general of the United States of America, and in particular for the black students of the black community? Number two, the second thing that I saw on the second night was the stat that was the most alarming was the discussion about black men and white felons. It said that black men are on the same rate of getting a job as a white felon, meaning your man right here, MrJeffdess, with my degrees and my jobs and my YouTube postings and my books or whatever, has on average the same rate of getting a job as a white man who has committed a felony. That is absolutely incredible and absolutely alarming. So what does that say, and what are we going to do about it? I'm all about proactivity, and this is what we did. My homegirl Shamika, she called me the same night of day one after Black in America and CNN and said, yo, what are we going to do? Let's start a program, let's start a school, let's start something. So we did it. Bet. We've already started chopping up with some of our colleagues and friends and said we're going to start a Saturday program. Something to really uplift, something to really enlighten, and something to create this intellectual stimulation that is necessary within our community. We're going to go through the lower class, the middle class, and the upper class, bring them all together, one room if possible, and start up this entire movement of learning within our black community. Our black students, our black children need it, and we're here to provide it. Why not do it? Number two, I think the alarming problems with the black male in the community begins at such a lower point, and I think education is one of those major points. I've already got a board of friends and colleagues that are prepared to start a scholarship program at my high school, at my alma mater. We've already got a couple of heads prepared with ideas, with financial backing, with a number of things, so that we can figure out what is the plan of action. Be it $25, be it $250, be it $1,000, $5,000, whatever we can do, whatever we can give, as well as our mentorship providing to these young black African American males that are lagging behind, that are not going to college, that are ending up in the jails, that are messing around with drugs. These are the times that they need us the most, and we're prepared to do that. So the scholarship fund is on and popping, hopefully by the next academic year. Like I said before, we are all about proactivity. So I'm going to pose the question to y'all out there. What are you doing to really help out, not necessarily even just the black community, but your community as a whole? Are you prepared to make that difference? Are you prepared to make that change? I know I am, and I hope that y'all are. So this is the first installment again of the fall of MrJeffdess, the MrJeffdess blog, and I'm always going to end it with a throwback book of the day. And today I start with my favorite throwback book of the day, Mumbo by Ishmael Reed. If you haven't read it, definitely go pick it up. It's one of the baddest books on the planet. Once again, that's Mumbo by Ishmael Reed. That's our throwback book of the day. Hit me up if you have any questions, any ideas, any way to help us out, or any way that you think I can help you out. Hit me up on the YouTube. Hit me up on MrJeffdess.com, and I'll definitely respond. Let's holler and let's make some movement, progress, and let's do this. All right, we out. Shout out to Sweet Chiba, man. I see y'all out there with the clothing line. Peace.